Steve here, an operational strategist from Advanced Global, which is a team of Autotask experts. And we're looking at a release Kaseya just released this week, the Resource Planner for Autotask. This is a new module. They announced 3 weeks ago that this is on the Autotask upgrade update roadmap. They were saying this is going to be in general release in the fall. We're seeing it in early release. We're seeing it in a lot of our databases, a lot of our client databases. So early release is out across the board, at least here in the United States, both East Coast and West Coast. I haven't talked with any of our friends down under yet, so I don't know if they have it or not. So just in your left nav, you have this home, you have this workforce management. When you click on it, the ticket triage settings, that takes you to Cooper AI. We don't have Cooper AI activated, so all we get is a message to call our account number, our account manager, and spend some money. But underneath it is Resource Planner. This is my first look at resource planning. Little birdie told me less than an hour ago this is out. So I immediately started logging into our demo databases to see which one had it, which ones don't. I am in our AI dev demo environment. So this is an environment we're building out just to test AI products like Cooper AI, but we don't have a Cooper AI activated yet. And we are connecting with another vendor in this environment. So soon it'll be up and running and we can start testing some AI stuff in here. So I'm excited about that. We have 3 texts in here and I filtered it. There's a filter icon here and I went in and we have a work group called text. And so the 3 there, I would recommend using work groups because you could set up different lists, different strokes for different folks. You can filter by department or you can pick individual resources. But we have this text work group, and so that just worked well. So I'm not making any changes. That's there. As you can notice, the color legend across the bottom, unlike the dispatch calendar, you can now add tickets into the calendar. We can't do that. We have the same color scheme as we do in the dispatch calendar for service calls, appointments, to-dos, external calendar. You can see Outlook. You can turn on the Outlook integration and see the Outlook calendar. We've been doing that before by pushing Outlook appointments into Autotask. So to me, this is, I don't know what's different here from the appointments that we've been doing in dispatch calendar all along. There might be something different. This might be an Outlook appointment, and this is an Autotask appointment. In dispatch calendar, you can't use both. You need to use one or the other. You can't use both. It causes dispatch calendar to become corrupt, or at least the exchange part of it. So that might be what they're doing here. But tickets here are new. So just a little bit in prep for walking you through. You can see there's a service call here, and you can see there's a to-do. The to-do gives me this error message, read only, editing will be available in a future update. Again, they don't plan on rolling this out until the fall. It's going to align with not Europe DataCon, maybe the Australian DataCon it's aligning with is when they're going to roll this out. But it is in early release as we saw here now. So we can start playing with it and find some use cases when it's useful to you. This is a service call. Coincidentally, this service call is off this same to-do. It's off this ticket here. I can't do anything with the to-do. It's just there. It's in the calendar. I can't manipulate it here. That's a future release. But with this service call, I can stretch it out. I can change resources. And if I click on it, I can edit the service call, I can delete the service call, I can view the client, generate a scope statement of work, or send a statement. I can't edit the ticket here. I can't get to the ticket here. Even though this to-do is for the same client, I can't do anything. So this is less powerful today than a service call in Dispatch Calendar. As a matter of fact, in the early release notes, which I'll show you in a moment where to get to them, they say right in there, if you're a heavy power user of Dispatch Calendar, like I was, you're not going to stay there. Don't go into resource planning. But if you are not using the Dispatch Calendar, first, shame on you. But second of all, try using the Resource Planner. It gives you some tools that Dispatch Calendar doesn't do, but today Dispatch Calendar is still more powerful. So don't jump on this ship yet unless you're not using it. I can go to edit the service call, and then you can see the ticket, and I can push this button here and then open up the ticket. I can edit, and this right nav, we're going to see this more places. I don't know, I didn't see it in tickets now, but eventually there's going to be a right nav. They're calling it an inline editor. So whenever they talk about an inline editor, this is what they're talking about. Different than a grid editor, but it is an inline editor. It's a nice feature. You can edit that service call inline right there, as you saw when I go to the left. Well, I'm in edit mode, so it won't show me there. Here's some of my actions. I can edit the service call. I can forward the scheduled tickets. I can view the client. Same thing that we did there before. I don't know if this is a forward modify. Looks like a forward modify. That's exactly what this is. And so here I can edit the ticket from there. I can open the ticket and edit here. You can edit all these fields, change things. I was looking for, oh, here's the tech. It's assigned to Tech 3 right now. So some of these editing I can do by dragging and dropping. Didn't change it there, but if I reopen this, you would see it change. I can change resources. So a lot of stuff is drag and drop, you know, both there and that kind of stuff. So I will let you know that by default, when you drop, well, not a service call, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So there's that. If you want any information on the early release, like anywhere in Autotask, just click this takes you right into content. Here's the release notes on Resource Planner Early Access. Go through in here. There somewhere in here is a disclaimer. This is all the things that it's doing now. This is what's coming next, and someday it'll be do all these things. So I'll cut another video just going over this. I don't want to get bogged down there. If you want to see what tickets, these are 2 tickets in our system unassigned. This one is assigned because I've dragged and dropped it. This, in essence, is a triage that you can tick a filter, and I would set the filter to equal Q and then triage. If it was me, this is how I would use it. So any ticket that flows into triage, it goes here. Incidentally, I created a ticket. It didn't populate in. I had to bump up to change something here. Settings, come back to Resource Planner, and then it refresh this list. I'm looking forward to Autotask adding a refresh here. This, of course, what do you want to see? Ticket number, title, create. You know, just you can change what you. It's a column chooser. The icon's different, but that's what it is. Column chooser. So I'm liking this already. These are not assigned. You know from following Advanced Global, there are 4 types of client requests that we highly, strongly recommend that you schedule. These will show you tickets that are not scheduled. You can set the filter. Maybe these are tickets in the support queue that not scheduled, but you could set a better filter. Maybe, let's see, you could set workflows. So workflows, all the break fix don't need to be scheduled, but you get down in here, match, eyes, projects. Depends on how you're using recurrent engagement. One type needs to be scheduled, the other type doesn't. But I could apply this filter. So if any of these tickets are in that workflow by way of priority field, email me if I'm babbling to you. You don't understand what I'm saying. Email me. Let me explain it. It's huge. And it's huge with AI coming. You got to know your workflows. You got to get them in before AI works. Even Kaseya is beating that drum these days. It's good to see Kaseya come into the table. So these are tickets not assigned. I tried to grab the ticket. That didn't work out real well. I got error messages. You got to grab this right here. And then let's give Tech 1 something to do. Resource has no assigned service desk role. Oh, great. So Tech 1 isn't able to take tickets. Well, please update this resource. Try again. Nice to know I have a resource that isn't working. So I tried, okay? So we'll drop this in for tomorrow lunchtime. What's lunch anyway? Can somebody look up Wikipedia and see what a lunch is? For some reason, that word's not in my vocabulary. And then just like the service call, you can drag it. Now keep in mind, this is a ticket in resource planning. I don't know. We're looking at Tech 2. Actually, we're looking at my calendar. Not sure how we get to calendar 2. I don't think this shows up in the dispatch calendar. It's in their ready to engage widget. You blocked out time here for it. I don't know how the techs see it unless they have to go into resource planning and start working from it. They would change the filter to tickets assigned to me, and they would be dragging and dropping. I think using the SLA automation is a much more effective way because they're going to be picking and choosing and working on stuff the way they want to work on it. There's no SLA alignment in here. So I wouldn't have the techs working on this planning, but you might. And it's going to be interesting to see how this works with AI and against the internal automations like the SLA automation, which is the best way to stack the work list on the text. So again, this is new. Kaseya is really excited about it. I haven't seen exactly their excitement, where they're going with it yet, but it'll be fun to look. So that's what you do with tickets. You can manipulate it just like service calls. Left click, right click doesn't do anything. I can edit the ticket schedule. I can convert it to a service call. I can remove the schedule. I can view the ticket here, edit the ticket, add a note, enter time. I can't add a to-do here. Hopefully that's coming in future releases and that kind of stuff. One other thing I want to show you is this is a list of all the tickets that are assigned to this tech that isn't assigned anywhere in this work list. So this is my first shot at it. This is my first workflow. That's what I know it does and doesn't do. Unlike the desktop calendar, you can't right click and create tickets or service calls, to-dos, or appointments. You can there. You can't do that. So I'm not really sure where appointments are going to come from unless they come from the dispatch calendar. Assigned and scheduled. I don't know if to-dos show up here. Right now, all I see is tickets. So there is some things. But remember, this is early release. This is their first draft. It'll be interesting to see how they develop from here. Incidentally, I was in a different database where we have a lot of text, and you have multiple. This is items. Items are resources. So in this database, we have 3 of 3, but in our other database, we have more. Show how many items. This is how many texts you can do 25 texts per page, 100 texts per page. If you have 100 texts, give me a call. Other than that, I've now showed you everything that I know. There is a day view and a week view. So there's your week view. Be more effective, but things get pretty small in week view. You can walk forward day by day. You can go in your calendar, pick a day and jump there, or you can automatically go back to today and then go to today. So some neat features. Do me a really big favor, okay? I've been an Autotask certified consultant since 24. I've been an Autotask power user since 2010. I've been writing live reports since 2010. I know 90% of the software. That may be a stretch. I know a lot of the software, okay? I am not sold this is a great thing. We've had some things like in Dispatch Calendar, you can click on it and get a resource workload mapping. It doesn't really work. You can go into Project Search and hit a Gantt chart, and it's supposed to show you all the projects in motion against each other. Hasn't been real effective. We do that offline. I'm not an early adopter. The new UI was released in 2014. I didn't start using the new Autotask UI until 2016 when Evan Welch told me. So I'm not an early adopter. Keep that in mind. I'm not seeing a lot of excitement. Kaseya is excited about this. I'm not seeing a lot of power of this. If you see a business case use of this, please put it in the comments below. We monitor those. I will respond to that commenter. I don't see a business case using this yet. It doesn't replace Dispatch Calendar. It's not as powerful. Techs can't see this, or if they see this, they have to now be determining when they're going to work stuff. We've taken it out of the SLA automation that we've been using, quite frankly, for 15 plus years. We've been using the SLA. Now, it's quite frankly, it's 10. We developed the SLA automation in 2015. So 11 years we've been using the SLA automation to prioritize the work list for techs. This doesn't tie into the SLA automation. I'm not sold on it, but I'm open. If you have a business case for where this is helpful, please, please, please let me know. I've changed my tune quite a bit over the last couple months on some things like queue lists and stuff like that. We have a new recommended issues and sub-issues. I've changed my tune on that over the last couple months as AI becomes more and more valuable, effective. I'm changing my tune to allow PSA configuration in preparedness for laying on AI on the top. If any of this is of interest to you, email me. It's not a pitch. It's just we're talking about Resource Planner. I'm not sold. I need your help to give me business cases when resource planning is effective. Other than that, please reach out to me at info@agmspcoaching.com. That email address is info@agmspcoaching.com. And other than that, have an awesome day.